Hey guys, you're watching the Best Damn Comic Show. This is Gian Perez, with me as always, Mr. Cat Jercan. Freshly back from San Diego Comic-Con 2019. Marvel stole the show with their announcements for the cinematic universe.
And they just teased you about Fantastic Four next year.
Yeah, they just kind of threw it out there.
They're keeping that for next year.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't talk about Black Panther 2.
Well, yeah, so Black Panther 2.
They only announced the next 2 years.
Yeah. They gave you enough stuff to keep you fucking drooling right now.
Oh, absolutely.
They got you.
Yeah.
They got you.
I mean, there's already first appearances spiking of modern characters, like the Hawkeye show.
Oh, that Fraction book's gonna go up the wall.
Right.
I mean, that book was out when it first came out, but it dropped. Now that's
Young
that
Avengers,
stuff,
right? Yeah.
Not just Young Avengers, but the Hawkeye run, the first Hawkeye run that they gave to Kate Bishop and
okay,
Hawkeye,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that book was hot back in the day. We went to multiple printings, and I can see that book going up. The Young Avengers again is gonna start climbing. It's been climbing for a while, but now it's definitely gonna climb.
Thor #1, first
Thor #1,
Jane Foster as
and
Thor.
I've been saying, I've had this argument with people in the shop. I mean, a lot of people are upset about changing your traditional character. I said, look, they're not changing Thor at all. They're just giving the hammer to an existing character,
Someone else who's
Jane
worthy.
Foster, that is worthy of this hammer.
It's a big week. It looks
It's a big Marvel week.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody else, I don't know. I mean, I tried looking at DC, and the only thing that for me, and again, every week this is my picks. I love Freedom Fighters by Venditti. He's done great. I keep saying how great of a writer he is. How he keeps to the characters. You don't hear his voice, you just hear the voice of the characters, and that's what makes a great writer. Got great covers. I love their covers, and the artwork inside is brilliant. But then Marvel just steals their show just like a Comic-Con. I mean, what do you pick? I mean, you look at that list and you're just like, oh my god, what am I reading in which order? So I've been talking about Doctor Strange, very underrated book in my opinion. You got Mark Waid, who was a veteran. You got Barry Kitson, again a veteran. Great package, great stories, great art. They got great covers, but I'm loving what they're doing with Galactus and this whole magic, like he's consuming everything, and Strange is his herald in a way. So I'm looking forward to this next issue. Also, you got Web of Venom, Funeral Pyre, which is gonna lead into the Absolute Carnage storyline, and in this issue, and yet another Venom offspring gets off because Cassidy's been killing these characters, or he's gonna kill these characters left and right. You got, talking about Jane Foster, you got Valkyrie #1.
Jane Foster, Valkyrie #1.
Jane Foster, Valkyrie #1. So I'm looking forward to that. Looks like a nice little package. Swordmaster #1, which the #1 is a reprint of the Chinese version of the comic book, but translated. But you have a new story by Greg Pak, and the cover's phenomenal. The artwork looks insane in this book. And watch out for these new character books down the line. They're gonna pop in, but the book of the week is gonna be House of X. Hickman is here, as Thanos said. Destiny is here, and Hickman is destiny right now. I mean, I hope. I don't think I'm gonna be let down with this book.
Right.
He's good with team books, and no better team than the X-Men. So I'm looking forward to this book.
As for variants this week, I got 4 books. First one is Justice League Dark #13. It's a Dan Quintana variant. I don't know too much about Dan Quintana.
Me neither. It's just popped on the scene.
Yeah, but it's a beautiful cover.
A beautiful cover.
Year of the Villain, so it's a card stock. I believe it's Cersei on the cover. Then for Marvel, we got 2 Web of Venom Funeral Power ones, the 1 in 25 and the 1 in 50. 1 in 25 is by Clayton Crane. And if we watch the show at all, when it comes to the symbiotes, Clayton Crane just kills it with these covers. They're tailor-made for him. That kind of horror,
right?
Alien style.
He's phenomenal.
And then Cokes is doing the 1 in 50.
That looks
really
great
nice.
too.
Yeah, really awesome. Carnage, and there's a young girl on the cover. I don't know if that's maybe.
But that could be that Menace.
Could be Menace. Okay.
Or whatever the character's name is. It was introduced in one of the Venom series. I think one of the agent of the Venom during the Circle of Four storyline.
Right. So a lot of those, and finally House of X has, just like Marvel's doing with every other #1, a lot of variants. And personally, I don't think they're putting out the best cover artwork on it for me. But the one that stands out, and he's a show favorite, Mark Brooks, He's doing the connecting cover variant. This one's cover price, but it's real nice. So you see it has some of the new characters that are being established by Hickman.
But then there's
also the Virgin.
The
Virgin, which is going for $324 on Midtown right now. So I don't know what the qualifier is for it. So
if I remember correctly, it could have been maybe either 1 in 200 or 1 in 300. It's really high. It's really
hard to get. Midtown's a super high volume store, and they're asking $324 for it. So keep that in mind. But if you somehow get your hands on it for a decent price, I imagine there's going to be a lot of first appearances in this book. I could be wrong.
Oh, but, no, I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of first appearances.
Yeah, we did a couple episodes ago. We talked about the character designs. You know, on the cover itself, you see, on this connected cover, you see that magic mixed with Colossus looking character. So
yeah, I don't know who she is.
She's got to be a Rasputin of some sort. So be on the lookout for that. But I don't know. It's a hot book. They've been talking it up. I talked about it at Comic-Con too. Hickman does good work.
Look, people, you got to remember, X-Men was the #1 seller for Marvel for years. I mean, considering that this title back in the 60s was not canceled, but new stories ended at 56, and for years they ran reprints, and the only new stories we saw was in Marvel Team Up, you know, back up here and here and there.
It wasn't until Giant Size X-Men. Right?
Giant Size X-Men in '72. That's when we got the new team, Lin Wayne, you know, all these other guys, and then X-Men '93, Claremont came on, and after that, Byrne, and the book was Marvel's #1 seller for years. I mean, you look any given month. I remember any given month it was X-Men #1. Every so often you had a Batman breaking at the back or the death of Superman that overtook it. But 90% of the time, for years, X-Men was in the top was a top book.
It was the cash cow.
You know, there's something about those X-Men.
And let's hope X-Men is back. But that's going to do it for us this week. Thanks for watching, guys. You know the drill. Smash that like button, leave comments, let us know what you think, and we will see you next time. Cat takes away.
I know you guys are broke after Comic-Con, but put some money away for new books tomorrow. Go pick up your stuff. Support local comic book store. Support print. See you guys in the comic book store.